The storied Los Angeles Coliseum, as we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Utah State Aggies. Utah State lined up, ready to deliver the opening kickoff. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So USC's offense will go to work first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Thomas. He has the first and still on his feet. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop.
See,
it's
you
hard to
showed
get
me.
4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. And when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. Gets it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
You ready to shoot?
And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
The Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
At the 13-yard line. Coming up, 4th down.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
There might not be a hotter player right now in college football than this guy right here. He had 2 picks in their last game. He already has an interception in the first drive of this one. Quarterbacks, they're going to figure it out eventually. Stop throwing his way.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Under fire. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football.
Looking to throw, it's Ali. Under fire. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on that. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got a man, it's Rousseau. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't...
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Trojan! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Got his man out of the backfield.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting that long yardage in predictable situations.
And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to throw. It's Ali. Tosses it incomplete.
I think a lot of fans were hoping that this offense maybe made some adjustments considering how much they struggled the last time they took the field. And early in this first quarter, it still seems like they're trying to iron some things out, just not clicking the way they need to be.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Just run away?
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open.
He's got some space. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The Aggies in the hurry-up.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Ali. Fires to the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
It better be home.
So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. They'll leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Nice job on the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Line out trying to get it in. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown. And here comes the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. The official says no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
I would give you like this.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anyway.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Jones. Good call. Good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, just to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second.
Greg, didn't you want to 10, 15
so
yards?
After the break, they'll go back to work. Leaves it with the back. Finding an escape route. Turning it on. Pass attack. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown USC. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Fielded in the end zone. It's blunt. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Goes to the option. Now the toss. Gives him some room to operate as he rumbles ahead for 6 out to the 15-yard line. Utah State up-tempo. To the air, it's Ali. Fires complete on the crosser. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. There we go. Touchdown, Southern Cal. The defense putting points on the board. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, the bad blood between Oregon and Oregon State dates back to 1894, at least on a football field. A top 5 rivalry, and it's gone finally. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way Michael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And that's exactly why this linebacker has to stay on the field every single down, because he's so good in space. He's good against jet sweeps, he's good against bubble screens, and he can race outside and get receivers down on the ground quickly.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He makes a catch.
Yes.
Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off the play fake. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. There he goes. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Utah State up-tempo.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle.
That's crazy.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Ali. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to 3rd down. 3rd down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on 3rd down, I still got that 4th down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things
it's like
up,
I
David.
can't
The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. That's caught. It's Moss. Shoved out of bounds after a big game. They'll mark it at the +42.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Power football with the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Catch in the middle, it's Moss. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try the run. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be a second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's the give off the left side. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the tight end. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Lets it fly. And it's caught. Touchdown, Trojans.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
Utah State, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had every...
Breaks into the open. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Aggies headed quickly to the line. To the air, it's Ali. Looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
He'll keep it himself. At the 45, on his way. Still on his feet. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. To the air on first down. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Aggies. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, needless to say, they needed that touchdown. They're down by a lot of points here in this game, and finally something goes right for them offensively. They put the drive together. They score here at the end of the first half. Now, in the second half, they need a lot more of this, and they're going to have to go tempo. They're going to have to stay aggressive, but maybe this gives them the confidence they need to stage a comeback. We'll see.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football. And this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Escapes trouble. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Gonna swing it on second down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. Taking it the other way. And he gets the interception and finally run out of bounds, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles.
The Trojans will kick it away to start the second half.
That's what you gotta do.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. And the
pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The play action fake unloads to the wideout. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the third quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time, the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass and was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Throws to the wideout. Passes beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call.
First person, roughing the passer.
don't even know how
Look, you want to make the
say it.
quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so
This is
close,
just
but
me.
just a tad late. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. From the gun, running back gets the give. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Aggies want to crank the tempo. From the red zone, looking for a space. Got his man. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun, the inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Ali. Finds his man. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. And the Aggies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They're going to give it to the wide receiver on
Oh, I
1st and
tried
goal.
to reach this.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Utah State. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. Hand off from the shotgun. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Short hands, it's Moss. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They'll give it to the back. And just wedges to the head a bit before he's brought down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Jones. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Trojans have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. out of the gun. The running back has it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The Trojans pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll give it to him again. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. He's got it on the run. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Trojans, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. They'll move the tight end. Got it back on second and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
How good have they been on third down today? And another opportunity here on third and goal. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about.
Hold.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Third and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. From the gun, wants to pass. Back swinging for the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
Nice job by the defense there. They knew coming into this one, this running back was dangerous catching the football, so really good job getting him down on the ground, now setting up 4th and goal.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Snapped it in the shotgun. Touchdown, Trojans! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that is why timing is so important in the passing game. That is a critical 4th down. Down near the goal line, everything's going to happen quickly. It's got to be a great route. The quarterback has to get rid of it on time and make an accurate throw. 2 dudes on the exact same page, coming up with a massive touchdown down near the goal line on 4th down.
Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Oh, he's got some space. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Flips it out to the back. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold. Offense.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got enough for the first. Still on his feet at the 45. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Give to the running back. At the 20, he's got space. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
The Trojans line it up with a first and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Second and goal for the offense. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Yeah, and he's shown you a little bit of everything today. He shows you why he's a really good back, and the line's paved some holes, and he's right at 99 yards. And the way this game's going with the lead, he's going to get a few more touches, break that century mark, and when you do, you have a great chance of winning football games.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
And this defense has a chance to make a big stop on fourth and goal from the big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Touchdown, USC. Quick strike through the air for the score. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. West Virginia looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Mountaineers. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Heck of a show. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Moving past the 25. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Ali. Snagged out of the air. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Aggies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. I mean, he's had a moment, he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
Surging forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
To the ground with the back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and another empty drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked, turning it on. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Southern Cal. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The offense will come onto the field again. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hubbard. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. To the air. It's Ali. Quickly to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
And the Aggies are facing 3rd and inches. He'll sneak it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It'll be 3rd and long. This quarterback part of their running game. There he goes. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
I tell you what, the defense has really contained that quarterback run all game long. But in a big spot in the 4th quarter, they let him out of the cage. He gets out of the pocket, makes the run, and gets the first down.
The Trojans back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Oh, better look out! Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. This one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you. Put up a bunch of points and win by a lot of points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.